Hi everyone, I am Brittany the Cosmic Lunar Soul, and I am here with Priscilla from Priscilla's Tarot Corner as always. And this is our last live stream of the year.
Yep.
We survived, we made it.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
And I lost my little hat here, juggling
Mhm.
Luna. So this will be fun. We haven't created a tag, I think, in like a year and a half since our St. Patty's Day one.
Yeah. When
I
did
don't
we do that? That was
I don't think
last
it was
year?
this year. I think it was the year before.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Um, so I'm very much looking forward to this. We have 5 prompts. This is hashtag new deck ritual. And basically
Yes.
the whole premise is just to talk about how our oh, you hear an echo?
Weird. I don't.
1 second. But I'll kind of keep going as I figure this out.
Okay.
Hopefully this helps a little bit. Just let me know. So we're gonna talk about just what we like to do when we bring a new deck into our collection. You know, just talk about our actual practice, talk about how things have changed, talk about just how we have evolved over the year. And well, it could just be over time. It doesn't have to be just the year. And
Yeah.
we came up with 5 prompts. If you decide to do this tag, feel free to add on some extra prompts at the end, and make sure you tag us so we can add you into a playlist, and so we can see your responses and comment and enjoy your new rituals, your new deck rituals as well.
Yes, for sure. I can't wait. Oh, now I hear the echo.
Do you? Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yep.
Okay, 1 sec. Let's see. All right. Hopefully, nope. Hopefully that's better.
Um, no,
No.
I still hear echo.
Okay. I'm going to do a quick refresh. Maybe it's something to do with my connection. Actually, you know what? I wonder if it's um this is why I shouldn't have like, oh, my hat. I give up. Okay, let's see if that helps a little bit. Is that a little better? No,
Um,
it's not. I can hear it now a little bit.
yeah. Now I can't even hear you at all.
I mean,
No, this is even worse.
oh no.
And I still hear myself. And
You
I
hear
hear
yourself?
noise. I hear yourself on your end, and then I hear also noise.
Okay.
Before it was fine, but now I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because we're live now. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I'm stupid.
Allergies, yeah. What happened?
Guys. It was me. I'm the problem.
Okay. I was like, what happened?
I had um I had the YouTube video open in the background to
Oh.
to copy and paste the prompts. So,
Okay.
yep. Sorry, that was me. It was all your girl. My bad, y'all. But
Yeah.
now we can now we can just ignore all that happened, and we can get into the prompts. So
Oh
as I
my
said, we have
god.
5 prompts. Follow along in the comments. Let us know how your practice has changed over time or what your answers are. And let's get into prompt number 1. This is
Yes.
what do you do when you get a new deck, Phil?
Okay, so recently I haven't been doing anything, to be honest with you. But previously, when I got a new deck, I would film it. That would be like my thing, to film a unboxing, to have like first impressions and things like that. But it's been a while that I have kind of stopped doing that, and now I have like a big pile of stuff over there.
Yep.
So I'm planning to change things in 2026. I think we have a do we have a question for change? Have we
Ye-
changed things? Okay,
yes.
so I'll keep my answer for that. But that's pretty much what I was doing. I was just like unboxing, doing a flip through, looking through the deck on camera to get my first impressions and things like that. What about you?
I so I think I did something similar where I would do like, is something in the background? Is that me?
I don't hear anything.
Oh. I hear like there's like a ghost in the machine. Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
So for me, I obviously used to do the same thing too. I used to do like I say used to, I still do it actually. I
Yeah.
will still do the video, the unboxing, the flip through, and like sometimes the pairings as well, depending on the deck.
Yeah.
Um, just gotten a little burnt out from like, sorry, excuse me, gotten burnt out from just the amount of filming I had to do, and I kind of fell out of love with
Same.
it. So
Same.
I still do the same thing, I feel like. I just don't always record it. So the recording thing is just,
Okay.
I would say, like the key element that I may or may not do depending on my bandwidth.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the same. Pretty
Yeah,
much
I
the
think
same.
for me the flip through part is like the flip through and the shuffle. I feel like the initial flip through and the initial shuffle is what helps me determine whether I am like, I'm glad I bought this deck, or why the hell did I buy this deck?
Got sucked into the masses. That's why you bought that deck.
I mean, been there, done that, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah.
um, Anything else you want to talk about for getting a new deck?
No, no, because
Okay.
I think what I really want to talk about is like I guess the changes or the things I'm going to be doing going forward. I guess.
Yeah. I should have. I'm gonna move the prompts around,
Okay.
even though, because I think this transitions nextly into what I had as prompt three, but this
Okay.
is technically two. Is there something you used to do that you don't do anymore?
Yeah. So pretty much the filming aspect, the first like initial filming, I don't. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I think from in 2026, I think what I'm going to do is just what I would usually do, but just for myself
Mm-hmm.
specifically. So it will be like me going through the cards, and looking at the art, looking at the guidebook, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to actually write my reviews, and I will film like a flip through, but it won't be like with any thoughts or anything. It'll just be like, okay,
Oh, one of the silent flip throughs where you just see the cards.
yeah, I will have a bit of talking, I think, in the beginning, but when I flip through the cards, there won't be any talking or anything like that. And I'm gonna make them short, that just so I can put them part of my written review.
Okay.
Yeah, because writing is just so much easier. I don't have to do as much and edit and things like that. So
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, as I mentioned that before, is the filming aspect of it. I've kind of gotten out of it a little bit. Um, I still do it, don't get me wrong. It's just not as consistently. And
yeah,
I think for me, I still enjoy the art of like unboxing it and being able to do my flip throughs. I enjoy all of that. It's just sometimes I kind of want to just do it when I get a deck. And a lot of times, if I feel like my initial reactions have to get caught on camera, I have to wait until I have time to record it.
yeah, and that's one of like the my biggest issues and why I have so much stuff on the on the other side of this
Yes.
camera because I just don't have time and it's just too much in my opinion. So I rather
Yeah.
just sit down with the deck and look at it myself, which is what I've been doing recently when I get decks. I just look at it myself and then decide, okay, do I like specific cards? Do I not like? Why don't I like this?
Mhm.
Yeah. Or if it's like something that's like not traditional, how do I feel about it? Things like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I used to do, like this is something I used to do when I was very new to tarot, is doing like the deck interviews. And
Mm,
I realized, like, I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is interesting," but I realized I didn't like the prompts a lot of times because they very much personify the deck, and I'm like, "That's
yes.
weird." So then I transitioned into trying to find more like non-personified prompts, and then I realized I just hate the whole concept. I don't like doing it. I'd rather just use the deck and kind of get a feel for it myself. And I think the initial flip through helps with that. And then just using it helps with that.
Yeah. See, I'm the same way. So I used to also do interview spread. This was like long time ago though. I stopped
Long,
doing those long time ago.
yeah.
But I actually kind of want to get back into them. But again, it's so hard to find a spread that's like not sentient and
Yes.
like personifying the deck, and I'm like, I don't like spreads like that. So I'm just thinking of like maybe just making my own. And I
Yeah.
have made my own actually in the past. I think it was like a 3 card or a 4 card spread or something like that. So
Okay.
maybe I'll revisit that or make a new one or something like that. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know normally when you do your recorded flip throughs, you'll just do like a one card pull to kind of get the feel for the deck and read like an example of the
Yeah,
guidebook.
that's really just to show people what the how the guidebook reads.
Oh, okay.
So people can see like the entry, for
Gotcha.
example. I did eventually stop doing that in terms of reading the entry because it just got really
It
exhausting for me to
Yeah.
because I'm already speaking so much. So I just showed the entry and I said, "Okay, pause if you would like to read this," and things like that because that was just easier for me
Yeah.
as well. Luke says that he'll flip through the deck, look at the guidebook, and do a deck interview of sorts.
Mhm.
Midnight says that she always flips through the deck when she first gets it. It's like her absolute first thing. Hi,
Mhm.
Alana.
Hi, Lana.
And then Midnight also says that she used to cleanse the deck when she first got it, and she doesn't
Mm.
do that now. And then she also said that she used to do a deck interview, but now she just pulls 1 card after shuffling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Midnight has shared a couple of times in the Discord, in your Discord, like how the deck sees her.
Yes.
I remember you doing that, Midnight.
Yeah, I do remember like Midnight did do that, and I know Luke does the interviews. I'm
Yeah.
curious if they how they care about the personification kind of thing, or if it matters, or how their interviews have changed over time.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that I know she touched on cleansing. That's going to be another prompt in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
But this one will be fun. I updated the numbers. Prompt number 3. What don't you do when you get a new deck, but you've seen others do?
Um I've seen other people when they've got a deck, especially on YouTube, they'll cleanse the deck, meditate with it. I don't know, do like an invocation or something
Mm-hmm.
on it. Um, I don't know anything else, like interview spreads as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if there's anything else specific. I'm like trying to think, but I don't know. But I don't do any of those things.
Yeah.
I don't, to be honest, I don't really ritualize my practice that much where everyone takes out like a cloth and puts down. Sometimes they have
Mm-hmm.
crystals and things or put like a crystal on top of the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really do much of those things to be honest with you.
Yeah, I when I was first starting, being a baby witch and learning what divination means to me and its relationship to my witchcraft practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see a lot of tips online for how to bond with your deck, and it has all of the woo woo stuff like keep it in your bag or sleep with it or something like that. And I I never really understood that. So I'm like, if I have a deck of cards, the best way for me to get used to it is to use it. So
Yes.
yeah, that was always the part of tarot that or like introducing a new deck into the collection that I never really understood or really connected with. Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah, the sleeping aspect was, how are you gonna sleep with that? Like, especially with those that say you have to sleep with it under your pillow, and I'm
I
like,
know,
do you put the box under your pillow?
I
Like,
know,
isn't that hard?
like look at this chunky guy. Am I gonna put this under my pillow?
Oh my
No,
god, that thing is huge. Yeah,
it
what?
is.
And then if you're just putting the cards under your pillow, don't they fall? Don't they get bent? Like,
Right. There's a
I
lot of
don't know.
nuance here where I'm
I
like,
don't know. I guess it depends on actual people and what they exactly are doing, because maybe they're
yeah,
not putting them. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
But for me, like the back of my bed, I have like a headboard, but it's like open. So if I put cards under my pillow, they're gonna end up going on the floor in the back of my bed. So
yeah.
like,
Same. That's how mine is too.
yeah, so that doesn't really make sense to me personally. And also I move a lot. The cards are gonna get all bent and weird, and there goes the money I spent on the deck for sure.
Right. I
So I
would
don't
wake up
know.
pissed.
Yeah, I can understand people who like sleep with it on their bedside
Like,
table or
yeah,
something, and they have
yeah,
like a crystal on top. Okay, that I understand. At
yeah,
least you're not sleeping with it. That's fine. Because nothing's gonna happen really if it's on your bedside table. But yeah, the concept of sleeping with your deck just is very, very strange to me
yeah.
personally.
It's a little worrisome for like the cards and the comfortability and the quality of your cards at the end of it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what else people are saying. Okay.
Oh, Midnight said, anyone who follows the list of things sign some guidebooks tell them to do, not for her, which I totally get because they
Yeah.
kind of regurgitate a lot of the same tips you see online.
Yeah. And it's like that, especially in like Oracle decks, for example.
Yes.
They always give like in the introduction how to use this deck and things like that. And I think that's fine if like you're new to using a specific type of deck, you might want to take a look at that. But when you have your own established practice and things like that, it's really up to you to do whatever. And if you don't want to go by what the things are in the introduction, like how to use this deck and stuff like that, then don't.
Right.
Most of them are generic anyway. So yeah. Luke said, I have found quite a few spreads that don't personify a deck. And when it does, I change those specific questions. You should pop those into the Discord so we can see them. Share
Mm-hmm.
them, my dude. Share them.
Yeah.
And
I'd love to see
then,
how you change the prompts around.
uh, that's always the best thing to do, in my opinion, is change
Yeah.
prompts. If you're not into certain questions in a spread, just change them to something you want.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight says, even decks I use for deities, I use them for messages and might include a reading in a ritual, but I don't do rituals for decks and reading. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. And then Luke says, I don't really cleanse or do any elaborate things to bond with my decks, especially ritualistically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Midnight. Duck putting, we know what that word
Duck.
is supposed to
Yes.
be. Putting a deck under a pillow beside the bed, but I don't really do that much either. I'll take it round with me in my bag if I go somewhere, but not decks under pillows. Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems very uncomfortable to me. I don't know.
Depending on the deck, like especially if I bought a pocket or tin deck, I'd absolutely carry it around because like that's why I
Oh, yeah, I
bought
do.
it.
I do.
Yeah. So I'm definitely not against carrying it around. I don't think the intent of me doing it is the same, but I mean, I bought it to have with me, obviously. So
Yeah.
if I have space in my bag, or if I'm doing something where I'm like, I may need a tarot for the weekend, absolutely, just toss it in there.
Yeah, I think it's good because then if someone wants a reading, you have a deck with you. I do
Yes.
the same thing. I bring a deck with me everywhere. So
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
I actually yesterday, so I went crazy sidebar. I went to a holiday party with my friends that was like 2 hours away, and I was like, okay, I might want to stay over. So just gotten the hollow Prisma Visions. And I was like, I put it in my bag, then I took it out, then I put it in my bag, and I took it out, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do.
You ended up taking it, didn't you?
I actually did not. I did not.
Blasphemy.
I know. I was so close, so close. I mean, when I say like everything was at the top of the steps to be taken down to the car, it it was I pulled it out last second.
Yeah. Is that the one that's black and white with the red?
No, this is the one that has like the hollow
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
It's just a
okay.
remake of Prisma with I want to say like the white parts are made hollow.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I
Um
would have brought a pocket deck with me. Maybe
I,
maybe that's why you decided against because it's a standard deck size.
yeah, yeah. Had I had like my maybe if my pocket, my tin Prisma Visions had been sitting out, because it was sitting out. That's why I was like, oh, maybe I should bring it. And then I
Yeah.
kept waffling. But um yeah. So that's interesting though that, even for your deity stuff midnight, you don't ritualize your decks. I'm realizing we've curated a Discord of people that don't ritualize divination very much.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people out there that do.
I know,
And
I
that's great.
know.
And that's great for them if that's what they need in their practice, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, totally agree. This one will be a fun one. Is there something different you do depending on the type of deck you get? Tarot versus Oracle versus Lenormand.
um I would say yes and probably no. Like the main things that I would do for all of them would be to look at the art and
Mm-hmm.
see if there's specifically tarot and Lenormand, since they have actual structures. I would
Yes.
say, or they have traditional artwork. I would say looking at those to see if there's anything that goes against tradition, like for example, if it's a clone or something like that. And then understand why they decide to go that route instead of like a more traditional route.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing if it's something I like if I like the change or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be for Tarot and Lenormand. Oracle is so free that I don't look at those kind of things. I look more like, does the deck have a structure or does it not have a structure? So
Right.
is it separated into suits? Is it not separated into suits?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If it's separated into suits, what kind of purpose are the suits? And then I do look at the artwork. And I
Mm-hmm.
also look at whatever's on the cards. So whether it be titles, phrases, keywords, things like
Mm-hmm.
that, and see
Mm-hmm.
if I guess, relate to what's on the cards themselves.
Yes.
Um, I don't think there's anything else per se. Maybe for Lenormand, I'll maybe look at the guidebook more to see
Mm-hmm.
what is there because Lenormand is a very different divination compared to tarot and oracle.
Yeah.
So I might see like what kind of structure do they have in the guidebook? Do they have like keywords? Do they have any extra resources in there
Mm-hmm.
on how to read the cards, things like that? Tarot, I don't really look at that as much. I do look more to see if there's like Any special spreads, anything
Yes.
interesting.
I love the special spreads.
Yeah, anything interesting that I could like do with the deck. Same thing for Oracle if there's any special spreads and things like
Mhm.
that. But Oracle doesn't usually have as many special spreads as Tarot would, I guess,
Unless
unless
it's
there's
like
like
a
a specific
themed.
theme. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, unless it's a specific theme or something. But I do like when there's spreads in oracles. I feel like there's not enough. Like you can use spreads from anything, like even tarot
Hmm.
spreads that are labeled tarot, whatever, for
Yeah.
oracle. But like, I feel like there's not enough just oracle specific spreads
Yeah.
out there. So that's something I do try to look and see if the guidebook or something has that.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. In fact, that kind of goes into, I think, what Luke was saying. Let me see. Yeah, he was saying he doesn't actually do deck interviews with his oracles, um,
Okay.
so I wonder, like with your our discussion about spreads, how that fits in. Um, but he likes to do pairings with tarot decks, which is like what I like to do. Um, Alana was saying that the only things she does is put them back in order before putting them away, which is crazy. You do that every time. I don't think I could do that.
I don't do that every time, but I would do that as a way of cleansing the
Yeah,
deck. Like a reset for the deck, but I don't do
I
that
do
very
it
often.
very periodically. I think the only time I did it more regularly is like if I do in-person readings. It's like also a way for me to make sure I didn't drop any cards over the time period.
Yes. Yes.
Um and it resets for the end of the night, and generally I read virtually, so like being in everybody's presence, I think it's a nice reset as well.
Yeah.
But I think the fun part of what Atlanta says is that she matches them to bags.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's so cute.
she has a bag for every single deck I think she
Yes,
owns.
like that's the other half of her collection is bags, and it's so cool to see that.
Yeah, if no one's subscribed to Alana, you should definitely go subscribe to her channel.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Um And then Midnight says she might look at a guidebook to see why a certain choice was made, especially for tarot, especially for animal decks.
Yeah.
Um, and she said she didn't used to bother. It didn't used to bother her too much, but sometimes it does now. And Oracle's just a massive free for all, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm kind of like you, Sil, where to me tarot, I just want to know. I want to know like why certain choices were made artistically,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't need to know the in-depth reason, but I like to know the meaning behind some of the choices that were made. Like I think Ruin Vervain did it really great, Serafina, with the Blue
Yeah.
Tower, for example.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that guidebook is like next level.
yeah, excellent. And
Next
then
level.
I think it was a book that you have. Maybe it's is it the Literary Tarot? Maybe I'm thinking of. Maybe it's something else. I'm not sure, but I like when there's a little bit of detail behind why they went certain directions. It helps me relate a little bit more to the story, a little bit more to the artwork. Um,
Yeah, the literary tarot does do that because
yeah,
each card is based on a different book,
yes.
like literary book. So
Okay, maybe it is that one I'm thinking of.
they do tell you in the guidebook like a little bit about that particular story or the scene that's taking place in the card.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then yes, that must be the one I was thinking of. So I really enjoy when a guidebook is very complimentary to a deck, especially if it's not like hardcore porn. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just like to know the story behind it. Oracle could go either way. I don't. You're right. I feel like they kind of half-ass a lot of the spreads that are in an Oracle guidebook, or there are none. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate when there are really good spreads and themes and explanations of the themes.
Yeah.
Like my Spirit de la Lune book, obviously it's a moon oracle.
Yeah.
The guidebook has different spreads for each moon astrological moon association.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. And it's scattered throughout the book, so it feels like it's part of
Yeah.
each chapter, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
The chubby witch night in one that we
yes,
unboxed, that one had great spreads in it.
yes, that one had amazing spreads. And the Endless Oracle also has really cool
Oh,
spreads that
okay.
I've even utilized for tarot because I like their spread so much.
Yeah.
So I really, really appreciate when like an Oracle deck doesn't half-ass their spreads. So I think
Yes,
for
me too.
me, it's not because the artwork is so free. I mean, people can give as much or as little explanation, but for me, it's really like the artwork is for me, and I'll interpret it kind of how I will. But I
Yeah.
appreciate if it's a theme deck, give me some good spreads.
Yeah.
That's really like part of how I can get to know like what was the author thinking. And then for Lenormand, I'm still so new, so if there are like extra cards in the deck, I appreciate like the same amount of detail and explanation given to those as all the other cards and
Yeah.
not like left up to the reader.
Yes.
You're totally right in like extra resources or at least references to where they're getting their point of view from. I
Yeah.
think that's really helpful is just coming from the newer perspective of Lenormand.
Yeah.
And I want the extra add-on cards to be simple and straightforward because that's what Lenormand is. I don't
Yes,
want
for
it to
sure.
be like all of these extra things. So those are the
Yeah.
things like I look for when I'm
Yeah.
going through my flip throughs and stuff like that. But I think the only thing I physically do differently is I think I almost always try to do some sort of pairing with an oracle deck I get in, where I don't always do that with the others.
Oh, okay. So for me, tarot and oracle, I typically pair those together. So I
Mhm.
try to see if I can pair with tarot and oracle. Lenormand, I don't care as much, but it's nice when I do find a pairing in
Yeah.
case I want to use like tarot or something to elaborate with
Mhm.
Lenormand. I will add for Lenormand decks that have cards that you can change. So if you
Mhm.
have like multiple woman cards or multiple man cards or
Mhm.
whatever partners, so significant or whatever, and you can decide what card you want to use. I
Yeah.
do like that as well, and something that I look for in Lenormand specific decks
Mhm.
to see, okay, am I going to change it out? If so, which one? Things like that. I have a few decks like that actually, where they have multiple cards for the people and they have different cards for like tree and
Oh,
snake.
really?
And yeah, I have a few
Hmm.
decks where they have different cards for other things as well. And you can change them out depending on, I guess, what art you want or
Mhm.
something,
Yeah.
which I like. So, yeah, that's something that I would look at as well. Did it come with extra cards? Did it not? Is it just the basic 36 cards? Did they
Mhm.
extend it? Did they add even more cards that are
Yeah.
not traditional? Did they add extra cards? I have a deck that did that where they have all these other cards that are not traditional Lenormand cards.
Mhm.
Do I want to use them? Do I want to just like separate them and put two little piles and just be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the Lenormand versus these extra cards in there as well, and things like that. So I find Lenormand is just very different compared to Terra and Oracle for sure.
Yeah. It is. I think, except for the what's it called? The pocket Lenormand that matches the Coleman Smith tarot.
Yeah, the
Why can't I think of the name?
What's it called? Hold on. I'll Google it.
Pixie Tarot.
That's it.
Except for that, I don't think I've never looked for Lenormand for the intent of it to be paired with tarot. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Um,
Yeah. I have the, what is it? The Boji one. The Boji Lenormand
oh
and
yeah, I
the
forgot I have that too.
Boji Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
I know I made you get the tarot deck.
Yes. Oh, I love that tarot deck. Oh my
Me too.
god, I love
Me
it.
too. Me too. My code is still good if anyone wants to buy anything from
Shameless
Montreal.
plug.
Montreal. Yeah, it's good until the end of the year. December 31st, I think, is the last day to use that code.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, they sent me more things. I'm waiting on a
Oh, did
package from
they?
them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
That okay. Well, I look forward to. Are they
Yeah.
coming before the end of the year? You think?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cuz it's shipping
Okay.
from China, so I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it already
Okay.
they already shipped it. They already shipped it, but
Yeah.
everything's coming from China. So I'm not 100% sure, but yes, I will post on Instagram like an unboxing of the box once I get it,
Okay.
cuz I don't
The
even know
haul.
what they sent me.
Oh, you don't know?
No, no, they just said they're sending me a bunch of things.
Oh,
A
that's
bunch of decks, that's
exciting.
it. Yeah, so it's a surprise.
You gonna go uppies? Okay, fine. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will look forward to that. They have the
Yeah.
cutest little brand. I just love it.
I know. And they do some like they publish some great or yeah, they publish some great Asian decks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're
they
all
do.
really cute and things. So
They
I'm really
are.
excited to see what they sent me.
Well, and see, now you're gonna make me pull out my Boji deck.
I know. I know. I would pull it out, but it's just not the season for it.
It really is not. Maybe
It's
I have to
not. I
hold
prefer
off.
to
It's
use it in
like
spring.
my beckoning in the springtime. Maybe that's what
Yes.
I'll do. End of winter.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, let's go into our last prompt. This one's a fun topic. Do you cleanse your new decks? If so, how?
So I don't. I don't. And I'll say why. Because like one, I don't like smoke. I don't like whatchamacallit. What's it
Bells?
called? Those things that you light.
Incense?
Yes, I don't
Oh.
like incense. It's like trying to find what that those things called. Yeah, I don't like incense. The smell of it, it makes me
Nauseous?
I find it hard to breathe when
Oh,
I'm like smelling that.
yeah.
So it gives me like a tough time because it's like so much smoke in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't really like that. However, if I was to cleanse a deck, I will say that I would use crystals for sure because I have selenite, I have clear quartz. So I'd probably use that, and I have used that in the past when I've done like readings and things. I've put
Mm.
like a crystal on the top of the
Yeah.
deck,
Yep, yep, yep.
just to keep it good. When I've done multiple readings on amino, which bye bye, bye bye to amino.
Deuces.
But yeah, and then I do what Alana said, and if I feel like I want to reset for the deck, I'll put it back in order. But I
Hmm.
don't do that as often as she does.
Yeah.
When she's done using the deck completely, I guess for like the specific, as she said, rotation.
Yep.
Then yeah, I don't do that, but yeah, if I feel like I want to reset for the deck, then I'll put it back in order.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't really cleanse a new deck. I know people I've seen people say like if the deck is secondhand, you should cleanse it and things like that.
Mm,
I feel like sometimes that's kind of like fear mongering a bit. Like
yeah.
cleanse it because it's coming from someone else and it's
Yeah.
used and all this stuff. And I feel like it's kind of weird in my opinion.
Yeah.
Obviously if you're getting something secondhand, you should be mindful of like just like
Critters and
critters and
yeah.
like dust and things like
Yeah.
that because
Yeah.
that's something that you can prevent it spreading from other things. Because I know sometimes, I know in books specifically, if you get secondhand books, there could be like little mites and stuff that
Mites
you
in
might
it?
not
Yeah.
see. I think people put them usually in a plastic bag and put them in the freezer overnight
Oh,
just to let
that's
that stuff
smart.
die.
Yeah.
So maybe do that if you get something secondhand, just in case, because you don't actually know where like the deck is coming from,
That's true.
or what someone's house, like if they have pets or if they smoke and things like that.
Yeah.
But I say if you want to cleanse your deck, do it.
Yeah.
But don't like say you need to do this. No one needs to do anything, in my opinion. Do it if you want to, and then if you don't, then don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Luke says he doesn't cleanse new decks, but he will like shuffle them excessively if he feels the energy is off.
Okay.
Um, and then Midnight was saying she uses Selenite, but because she uses her cards herself and doesn't let others touch them, she just puts them in order and knocks on the cards on the table, but only when it needs it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel the same way about that.
I think I feel like it essentially the same as you, still in terms of cleansing new decks. I did when I first started because it was me exploring what felt right and didn't.
Yeah.
Not
Which
in
makes
the
sense.
right, not in the aspect of if I don't do this, it won't work. It's just more
Yeah.
like, what feels right, what doesn't.
Yeah.
I personally felt it was unnecessary, so I didn't. What I felt was more necessary was using it and putting my energy into the deck. And
Yes.
then the only reason I tend to cleanse really anything is if I feel like the energy I've put in has shifted in a way that either I
Okay.
no longer need
Yep.
anymore, or just because when things sit too long, they get stagnant.
Yes.
So that's really my rationale for reading, for cleansing
Yeah.
a deck. Um, I've gotten used decks before. I've gotten used decks before from like friends or people that I know, and I've
Me
like been
too.
in their space, or from like a used bookstore kind of place. I've never gotten a used deck from someone's house that I didn't know.
Okay.
But I feel like if I did, I would definitely do what you said, like, maybe wipe the cards down and then put them in the freezer or something like that to make sure there are no like bugs, but
Yeah.
it would be for cleaning purposes that I would probably
Exactly.
just make it a whole thing, cleaning and cleansing.
Yeah.
But my intent is just not to infestate my house.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Um, go ahead.
I would say for what you said about if the energy feels off or if it's stagnant. So I do the same thing when I haven't used a deck in a very long time and I want to do the thing. So what I do is I put it back in order and I'll knock on
Mm,
it like Midnight does. And
yeah.
that's like what you call it. That's like the way I reset that stagnant energy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Also, we're not doing readings today. We're answering a tarot tag.
Yeah. Sorry, Serenus. Um, but if people are neglecting you, then they're not worth your time. So, um,
Yes. Agreed.
yeah, I guess getting on my personal soapbox, I feel like people over cleanse in general, right? Like, I
Yes.
think of, and I feel like we've had this conversation. I think of things energetically as like a cast iron pan, where the more you season it, the more you take care of it, you do some general maintenance, maybe some light cleaning, um, and
Yeah.
you shouldn't need to do any of these like high energy, like cleansing things, especially if people aren't touching your stuff.
Yeah.
If you're not, I can maybe see it if you're sharing a space with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, I don't obviously don't. I live on my own, so I don't
Yeah.
have the risk of people touching my stuff that I don't want.
True.
Um, but I feel like there's very few instances, unless you're like a professional reader and you go through a lot of people in a short amount of time constantly. I feel
Yeah.
like it's very rare for the everyday person to need to cleanse as much as people suggest it. And I think it's
That's
absolutely what
true.
you said, is that it's like a fear-mongering kinda thing, where it comes
Yeah.
from this place of fear of, if you don't cleanse, then it
Something
either
bad will
won't work
happen.
or bad things will happen, and,
I know. Yeah.
and, it shouldn't be like that. I think it should be more of, if you have a deck and you just feel that it's off, then yeah, go ahead and do it. That's part of general maintenance, and
Yes.
trusting your own self to identify when that's needed.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, or we've seen a lot of this on Amino when like people would come in, they're like, "Oh, I cleanse my deck every single day," and we're like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Like, don't you use your deck though? I feel like when you cleanse it every day, you're just like constantly resetting the
Yes.
energy that you're putting into the deck. So what's the point of using the deck if you're just gonna cleanse it again? Like, it just
Right.
doesn't. To me, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
It's silly to try to put all of this time and effort into putting your energy into a deck only to cleanse it out.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
it's a lot of being on a hamster wheel a little bit.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, that was our last prompt.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about that kind of fell outside of the prompt in terms of your new deck rituals, or anything you think you might want to try out, or
Mm, I'm trying to think. I definitely want to try doing more, like, I guess, deck studies maybe a bit to, like, get more into, like, learning
mm,
a deck. I feel like I get so many decks that I don't always have time to, like, spend time with every single deck that I get and use and things like that. So maybe doing more things like that. I do have books. Uh, this one,
mm-hmm.
Connecting with the Tarot, a guide for bonding with your deck. This is by Don Michelle.
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that book.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. If anyone's interested, she wrote it. She wrote it herself. It's really good. There's like a page, I guess, for every kind of card. And it gives you like information about the card, like what you see in the card and stuff like that. And then it
Mm-hmm.
gives you some questions, like, for example, the star. It says, how does the star card in your deck align with the traditional imagery and meanings? And then, like, what information does the guidebook reveal about the star's connection to the body and spirit? And then there's, like, other kind of questions here. What new blessings might the star reveal? What gentle messages might you be receiving? How might this star's energy shine through your work with this deck? And then, of course, the other one I really love is Decoding the
Oh
Cards.
yeah.
Yeah, this
I
book is so expensive, though.
I was just gonna say, I've been on the fence for that book for five ever, and I've just never noticed it go on sale.
Yeah, the price actually went up.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, it went up. It went up. Um, they sent me the book because I own the deck that's pictured here. Um, but yes, I do have a 15% discount code if anyone wants it. Just let me know. But I do really love this deck. It has a lot of great information. It has like upright and reverse meanings, and then there's like actual workbook pages.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you don't have to write in this if you don't want to write in it. You can use the questions in like a notebook or something, or just maybe make a copy of this page and write on that. But you do whatever. But I do really like this because it has like, what is your interpretation? What does this card mean to you? What meaning does it have for you when reversed? What about the traditional meaning doesn't resonate with you? What other
Mm-hmm.
impressions do you have? What affirmation does this card inspire in you? And how could you utilize it in reflection or ritual? And then there's even like some exercises in combining cards, like how you combine cards. So
Yes.
like Ace of Pentacles and Three of Cups, for example. Like how would you read those together? And then Ace of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles, and then Ace of Pentacles and Seven of Cups, for example. How would you read those together? And it gives you space to write. And then there's even more questions here for deeper understanding. So, like, how can you manifest your goals, and what new financial or career opportunities are presenting themselves? In regards to your finances, what actions are you being called to take? And in what areas of your life do you feel a sense of abundance? And then there's a playing with favorites here. So
Mm-hmm.
take a look through your decks and find a version of this card that resonates with you deeply, and then reflect on why it's your favorite below.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite art for this particular card? And they have the same questions. Well, the questions are not the same for every card, but for the most part, they're the same in the beginning. Like, all these questions here are the same, but these questions on the second page with the deeper understanding, those change depending on the card.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I've been wanting to like do a little bit more of this for some decks and things like that.
Would you just create like a notebook for
Yeah.
each deck or something? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of been on my list. Luke brings up a good point that every deck study they've seen is hidden behind a paywall. That's usually like if they're guided in
Yes.
some kind of way.
Yes.
And while books are usually not free, usually they're cheaper than like the curated deck studies.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, I will say Lisa Pepez's deck study is actually very affordable. It's actually less than both of these.
is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
hers is on the lowest tier that she has, and I believe it's $3.99 or something like that.
A month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you get to see which deck is picked, and then if you have that deck or want that deck, you buy it or whatever. They're all mass market decks, and then
Oh, okay.
she posts like a picture of the prompts every week. And again, it's with the tax, I think it's like less than $5. So even
Yeah.
less than the book. And you can keep the photos, like you can download them
Oh,
from
okay.
her Facebook group. She has a Facebook group dedicated specifically for her YouTube
Hmm.
memberships, and you can just download them and keep them forever.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was that cheap. I knew she had a deck study. I just never knew how
Yeah,
much it cost.
it's on her lowest tier. And now she even changed a few things, because before the video thing that she did for the deck study,
Hmm.
she did it only one time, and it was only for her upper tier members, and she changed that. Now
Oh,
everyone in who's doing the deck study has access to the video. You can join her live, even live, like you can join her on camera and things with her.
oh,
And she does it twice, so once a month. So in the middle, and then because the deck studies are 2 months.
oh,
Two
okay.
months, yeah. So less than $5. Yeah, which
Hmm.
is really affordable. Hers, I think, is the most affordable out of
Mm.
the ones I've seen.
Yeah, I actually think she should be charging more.
Well, she does for her other memberships.
Oh,
Like
okay.
her other tiers, they're way more expensive, and they get those people get way more, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
but
that's really cool.
she keeps that affordable for people still to join something
Yeah.
that can't afford the higher
Hmm.
tiers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems very interesting. Maybe I'll consider that in 2026. Um, but I think you're right. I think one of the things that I'm going to do a little differently this year is to focus more on the study side of things, because I don't really after I do my initial like flip through and analysis of the cards, I never really uh readdress it, or go back and rethink about it. And
Yeah.
I'm very sure that there are decks that I don't use in the same way anymore, or it just doesn't, it's just a little different in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Or it's been replaced by something else, so it's then therefore delegated to do something else. So um I think that would be an interesting study. I might check out finally the Decoding the Tarot, to do a
Yeah.
little deeper dive on some of my like workhorse decks, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Yeah, they do have. I think also they have a digital version of this,
Yes, I think they do.
which I think is cheaper, and you can still use my code on that as well, so you can still get 15% off.
Maybe I'll do that because I mean I do have GoodNote, so I could like. I don't know if you can duplicate it if you have a digital copy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. You should be able to. You should be able to like open it in the thing and then just make copies of
Okay.
the thing
Okay.
in
Cool.
Good Notes. Yeah.
Then maybe I'll do that. I'll try to make like a GoodNotes for a deck study
Okay.
per deck study, so to speak.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Hmm.
Oh, midnight. If you want to do a deck study with the William Blake deck, let me know. Let's do it together because I also have that
Ooh,
deck.
a
I also
a
have that deck.
buddy deck study.
Yeah, that would be fun. And I haven't used it yet. It's
Oh,
still in
you have it.
order. No, they sent it to me, I don't even remember, like 2 years ago, I think. And I have not used it yet. But
Yeah.
it's very interesting. So I'd be interested to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, another thing about, I just wanted to add one more thing about Lisa Pepez's deck study. She announces what deck they'll be studying publicly. So in her Facebook group and on her YouTube channel. So
Hmm.
if you don't want like the deck that they're studying, you don't have to join. Or if you're already part of her membership, you can just leave it if you want to save money. Because I've done that a few times. Like
Oh,
when there
okay.
was a deck I wanted to study with them, and I had already, I would join it and then do it for the 2 months and then just cancel my membership after if I didn't like the next deck that they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that way you don't have to spend money every single month. You can just do 2 months where you spend like whatever it is, $5, depending on where you are. I'm quoting my own price. I think it was $5 Canadian for me. It might be less for you because of the exchange, but yeah, around $5 a Canadian. And then I would just leave after. So yes. How do you feel about not using reversals in a reading?
I
Fine.
love this question.
I feel fine about not using reversals. But technically, I personally, while I don't read reversals in terms of how they look, like I'll pull a card, I still read reversals even if they're not reversed. So it's all about energy for me personally. So if I feel like a card should be the reversal energy, that's how I read it. What about you?
I I think this is a fun topic because I know it creates a little bit of discourse in the tarot community.
Yeah.
I'm of the variety that you don't have to shuffle in reversals, but you should consider how the cards interact and whether they would be more of a reverse interaction or not. Um, and what I mean by that is early on, I'm very thankful for this. I learned about the like elemental correspondences,
Yep.
the active versus passive correspondences, and it helps me determine whether I feel like the card relationship is more reversed or not. And I mean, you see it in my live streams. I don't often shuffle in reversals anymore.
Yes.
Very minimally now. It depends on the deck. So instead, I will actively flip a card over and explain
Yes.
why it feels that way and what
Yes.
I'm seeing. I
Yes.
think visually people respond better to upright cards. I also think that showing how a card feels versus like an entire reading showing up reverse freaks people out.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
so I have just sort of transitioned out of reversals over the years. I started with no reversals, added them in, and then transitioned. I am now transitioning back out. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do it. I think it's just a
No.
matter of like how you like to, if you're a reader for other people, how you like to.
What happened?
I'm sorry, I feel like I could hear like things in the background. There's like a ghost in my machine right now. I hear like what sounds like card shuffling.
I don't know. I'm
It's
not
okay.
shuffling any cards.
No,
I
no,
don't even
it's
have. I just have a book in my hand. That's it.
nope, it's okay. It's not it's me, clearly. Um you
Girl, you
already
didn't
know
get it. You didn't get enough sleep.
I've been having a day. um but yeah, I think that there's you don't have to physically shuffle it in reversals.
Yeah.
I just think that you should be considerate of that kind of energy in a reading.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I do the same thing a lot of the time. If I feel like it's more of a reversal energy, then I will like either change it like you do, like turn it upside down, or I'll just note it when I'm like writing
Yeah.
my thing that this feels more reversal energy rather than upright energy. So
Yeah.
yeah, it just depends, fun boy, like what you feel most comfortable doing
Hmm.
with your reading. So if you want to use reversals, then go for it. If you don't, then that's okay too. Your Santa
I know.
hat.
My wig is too smooth.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know much about Thoth and maybe like Crowley's rationale for
Yeah.
not using reversals. Um, it feels like a weird, like archival depths of my mind kind of information. So I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with how Crowley uses correspondences and astrological associations for the
Mm,
rationale in not incorporating reversed energy because there's a lot of
true.
layers within that, but I could be wrong. So, like, take that
Yeah.
with a grain of salt there.
Yeah. And that guy's dead, so it's not like we can really ask him ourselves.
I'm sure there are books about it. I'm sure there's information about it.
I don't know.
I don't really enjoy Thoth, or you know I I try not to read Crowley's work, but I'll read
Yeah.
other people's.
Takes on it?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me
So
too.
yeah.
I have the books from Marcus Katz on the Thoth tarot.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and Lon Milo Duquette's Thoth because Weiser actually sent that to me recently.
Oh.
Yeah, they sent it to me with his latest book.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I do
okay.
have that, but I haven't read that one yet. Um, but yeah, yeah, I don't know, but I would assume like you that it's probably because he had like so much. Oh, Streamlabs. Streamlabs is calling midnight out.
Streamlabs was like shame, shame. But no, you're right.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
it's probably something similar that because he adds so much extra into the things, he's probably like, oh, who cares about reversals, you know? But
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of layers, I feel like, cuz I don't think Marseille uses reversals either, does it? Cuz it's more focused on like numerology. I could be wrong in that too.
I actually don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
totally
have
sure.
I own no books on Marseille, to be honest with you, so I don't know. Yeah, I
I very well
own
could
a
be making
deck,
some of this
but
up.
I don't know. And Luke did say that the only decks he doesn't use reversals with are the ones that don't have reversals in the guidebook.
Mhm.
Though they always say in the beginning for those kind of decks, while I didn't include reversals, you can use reversals if
Yeah.
you want to. So
Yeah.
yeah. And there's some good books out there on just on reversals. I think I have a book on just reversals.
Oh.
Yeah, do I have it on my shelf or is it in the pile over there? Oh no, it's on my shelf. It's called Upside Down Tarot. Upside Down Tarot. If
Mm.
anyone's if anyone's interested in
That sounds vaguely familiar.
if anyone's interested on reversals. There's that and there's another book that I don't have, but I do want. Let me see. Upside Down Tarot.
I'm gonna look it
So
up while you're.
So this is the book in case people are interested. What I'm talking about, this one, Upside Down Tarot
Okay,
by
yeah, that definitely
Joan
looks
Bunning.
familiar.
Yeah, I received this from Wiser Books. This is good. It's a good book. The other one that I don't have but do want, Reversals Tarot, let's see, is the one by Lisa Robertson. I have her Court Cards book, but I don't have this one.
Mm,
Tarot Reversals for Beginners.
okay, that one doesn't sound as familiar to me, but
Yeah, I am interested in this because it talks about like, is it five? Yeah, five distinct areas of energy related to reversals to explore.
mhm.
Blocks, protection, mirror, shadow, and retrograde is what she talks about in the book. And
Oh, okay.
I have flipped through it in person, but yeah, I've never gotten it. It looked good though. But it's not even in stock on Amazon Canada, and it's very expensive from other options.
Mm, okay.
So no
Close a
thanks.
bit for that.
So yeah. Um
Midnight mentions that Marseille sometimes has negative connotations for cards from her reference of the book Yvonne Ben Dov's. Yvonne Yov Ben Dov's book.
let me look that book up. I don't have any books on Marseille. I
Streamlabs has your number today. That is so funny.
Yov Ben Dov. Oh yes, the Marseille Tarot Revealed.
Hmm. I mm, I don't know. I feel like maybe somewhere down the line I'll learn Marseille, but I don't think I will ever get into Thoth.
Yeah, I like the artwork. The woman that did the art for Thoth.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really like the art. I just don't like Crowley.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Crowley, and then I also don't have the strongest astrological background, so I feel like I'd be missing out on half of it anyway.
Yeah. You should learn astrology tarot.
Yeah. I- I'm
It's a
baby
bit easier
steps.
than learning actual astrology,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
chart reading or
I
something.
mean, I am slowly baby steps trying to get there. It's just something that apparently doesn't come naturally to me, so it's not like
Hmm.
I I think because I don't put a lot of time and energy behind it.
Yeah.
Um so but yeah, that book seems interesting.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we finished everything. We've been on for an hour.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to mention in regards to your practice that you didn't get a chance to?
No, I think I mentioned everything. I'm going to be changing things in 2026.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That way I
Yep.
can relax a bit more,
Yeah. Yeah.
not be so stressed.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
it as content creators, we have incorporated a lot of like content creation as part of our practice as a way to like combine things and
Yeah.
mitigate double work. But I
Yeah.
realized that I'd rather give up a little bit content creation and enjoy a little bit of my own practice a little bit more.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I think I'm with you in terms of 2026 and
Yeah.
you know maybe my flip throughs aren't going to be so, off the cuff and I will have already looked at them and used them before I do my recordings of them, for example.
Yeah, Midnight, I'm with you on the on Frida Harris, her artwork.
Mm,
Love her artwork, but yeah. If I
yeah,
use the deck, it wouldn't be for like his take on the tarot. It would be for her take on the
for
tarot
the
because she's the
her
one who made
artwork.
the art. And then
Hmm.
I would probably use probably the books that I got from Marcus Katz. Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it midnight. I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, I think that I'm still looking forward to 2026.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to reconvene in January as normal to talk about our top decks
Yes.
of 2025.
Yeah.
Um
Which I really have to think about because I don't even know.
I don't even remember what all I brought in. I've been doing really good on a no buy, low buy for
Yeah, me
month to
too.
month. So I'll have to go back and look at my Kickstarters and my purchases
Me too.
over the years. I
Me
can't
too.
I can't quite remember if I bought certain things earlier in the year, like the end of last year, or if they were this year. So I have to go back and look at that division.
Yeah, for sure.
But uh I'm being called out to do my story times on
Yes.
Discord. I know I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I really want to. I think that this past year has been a really good year for me to regather my energy, and I think that putting it forward in 2026, I will hopefully be able to bring back my story times, which is just a fun live audio chat where we create stories using the tarot and or oracle,
Yes.
and like inspired by Amethyst Ascension's tarot times or tarot
Yeah.
story times.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll bring them back. Make sure you guys are following on Discord if you want to stay on top of that.
Yes.
Okay,
Do
what
it.
fun things do you have coming out still, and what fun things are you hoping to do for next year?
Oh, I don't know what I have coming out, so I don't even ask that because I don't even know. But next year, I am preparing things for next year
Okay.
currently, so that I do know. I'm gonna be probably moving a lot of stuff to my Substack. Yeah, my
Yeah.
Substack. I've been preparing like a cosmic weather report that I'll be putting out weekly. That will be free. Tarot reviews that will also be free. And I'm going to be putting my upcoming releases in written form.
Are you still
Yes.
gonna do the
Those will
videos, or
also be free. No, because the videos are too long
they are very
and
long?
very time consuming, and I just don't have the time. So they will be written. It will be free though. They can just read it. You don't have to, all you have to do is subscribe by email. You don't have to have an account with Substack or anything like that. It'll just send you an email when the everything is posted. So yeah, free to read. And then I'll be doing a post on Instagram, which will just be visual. So I'll be doing it by publisher. So each slide will have its own whatever's coming out from that particular publisher.
Hmm.
And then that will be a visual thing that I'll be doing. And then I plan to do some paid stuff, some paid contents on Substack as well. I just haven't decided on everything. I was planning to do like maybe some spreads and things like that. Luke, you can read the Substack. It's free. You don't need an account. It's not social media. So don't worry too much. I'll just link it when it's up so you can just go read it. So what else? Yeah, most of my stuff will be written, I think. I'm going to do a lot of spreads, I think, and then
Okay.
probably make some spreads, some PDFs with spreads. Those will be not free. I'll probably also make them available on Ko-Fi to buy in case no one wants to do a subscription, which is like I think as low as $5. I think I set it to the lowest it could be set.
Yeah, I think
I
5 is the
think
lowest.
the 5 is the lowest, yeah. So I put
Hmm.
it for $5, and then what else am I planning to do? Trying to think. I don't know. I want to do more things where I do different things with the deck itself. So like post my review, then maybe do another post on like pairings, then maybe do a post on like doing a spread or
Mhm.
something, or maybe like a deck interview. Because I did say I wanted to get back into that, but I want to find a spread that I really
Oh, okay. Oh,
like
like
really
one
like.
that you can repeat, like, and build consistency across.
Yes, yes.
Mm, okay.
I also want to do more things with the moon and stuff, so do spreads for like full moon, new moon, things like that. Um, yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking about also doing maybe interviews, but like written ones.
People interviews?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, decorators.
Written instead of live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll send the questions and ask if they would be
Oh.
willing to answer them, and then I'd post them on Substack. Yeah, post the responses.
I feel like you could do a combination of both. You could just have like the same, similar default questions for people, and then you can have like the accompanying like live stream from time to time.
Yeah, I guess it would depend on schedules and things like
Yeah,
that. My schedule
exactly.
is very hectic, so that's why I didn't want to do that
Mm,
specifically.
okay. Ugh.
And to find a specific time where we would both be able to
Yeah.
meet would be kind of hard, I think, especially because I work during the day and sometimes I work late. So yeah, but I think written interviews would be great because then it's really just about their response, and then
Yeah.
can post it on the thing.
That sounds fun.
But we'll see about that though. That was an idea I had, but we'll see about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, I want to do more commentary on YouTube, I think, and more discussions and just
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that I felt was lacking over the years and something that I felt was like I I wanted to add my perspective, I feel like from a secular standpoint to some discussions. I want to get away from just being a flip through channel, so to speak. So I'm also following your lead on Substack. I'm testing the waters right now. I want to create like a bi-monthly prompt, I guess, for people to follow the full moon and new moon
Okay.
over 2026, where there includes like tarot spreads and journal
Nice.
prompts and it's kind of a way of like me saying, "Oh, I want to do this for myself." So if I want to hold myself accountable, I have to share these things.
Yeah.
So that's part of like what I'm hoping to do for myself and for Substack, and then transcribe some of the conversational discussional prompts that I want to talk about from YouTube onto Substack as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
We should collab on there too because you can collab with people on
Oh, on
Substack.
Substack?
Yeah, you can just add like the person to
Oh,
the
as like
written
a
as like a
yeah.
co-author. Yeah. So you
Ooh,
can add people.
I would love that. That's really cool. That seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm in like the learning phase, trying to figure out Substack, like what it can do and what it can't do.
Yeah.
Um,
Substack is a blog.
yeah, Midnight.
It's a
It's
place for blogging.
a blog slash newsletter
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah, that's why I said you don't actually need an
Yeah.
account if you don't want one. You can just sign up with an email. So you just put your email into the Substack you want to receive emails to, and then anytime they post their blog, you'll get an email of that blog. And then you can
Yeah.
just read it from your email.
I feel like it's like if Blogger and Instagram had a baby
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
along with MailChimp.
Yeah, mail's for
Um,
sure, yeah.
it's very much a written platform first, along with like shirt notes and memes kind of thing second, and the overarching theme is sending out information to your newsletter.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, you missed it. There was like a fluff from my sweater, and it
I
flew
saw
right.
it.
It,
It it threw me off for a second because I looked up just as I saw it, and I was just like, you couldn't see my hand off screen, but I was like, what is that?
I was like, oh my god, what's this? I was looking at myself here, and I didn't realize it was floating here. It's like a fluff from
I
my
love your sweater
cardigan.
though, so
Yeah, it's
it
so
was
nice.
worth
It's
the fluff.
Christmassy.
It is. It is.
It's Christmassy. Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny. Then I was
Yeah.
reading Antoinette's comment. Reversals are a newer concept, as I understand
Oh,
it. Is it? As a
I guess that
flex.
makes sense because, like, we were kind of talking about, like,
Yeah.
really, we only see that with Rider Waite, and that was like what in the early 1900s, 1920s. Rider Waite Smith came about.
Yeah, they published their decade 1910, 1905,
Okay,
something like
or
that.
I know it's
Somewhere
early.
between 1905 and 1910, I guess. Their deck came out. The one that Pamela Coleman Smith did the art for.
Yep, you were. Wait, you were closer than me. I would have.
Yeah.
I would have not won the Price is Right on that.
Yeah.
1909.
Oh, 1909. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did say somewhere between
yeah.
1905 and 1910. So, yeah.
I think Thoth is
Yes.
later, but Marseille was way earlier, and I think that is really the oh, I was thinking,
Mm.
yeah. So Thoth was in the late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
But Marseille has been around for five ever. So um I think that
Yeah, and I think we were saying that Merseyside doesn't have
I don't
reversals, no?
I don't think
I
it
don't
does. I
think
think it
so.
has like the negative connotations like Midnight was saying. Which
Which
it is
Thoth
a weird.
already has as well. Like,
Yes.
if you look at the keywords that are on the cards, some of them are already, like, negative.
Yeah. Yeah,
Instead
yeah.
of, like, what the RWS. So RWS, it's not the same keyword for the cards. Some cards have different keywords. I have my Thoth deck here, actually. Let's see. If I can give an example of a card.
Yeah, I think both are loosely based. Not, I won't even say loosely based off of Marseille. I would just say like they're adaptations in their own right. So Rider
Yeah.
Waite Smith went with like symbology, symbolism, and so which creates this upright reverse kind of situation, whereas Thoth seems to have gone with more of the like astrological elemental associations.
Yeah. So here's an example. So the seven of pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, we usually see it as this is Pentacles, right? Yeah, Pentacles. We usually see it as what do you call it? Like patience, waiting. It's the one where they're like digging, whatever. They're like planting, things like that. Here it's failure.
Mm,
Failure.
yeah, straight failure.
Yeah, straight failure. So, yeah, contains astrological meaning. Yeah, it does.
It does. I guess I want to clarify. I'm not saying that Rider Waite doesn't. I guess I would think if I wanted to highlight what the main things that people gather from, and then there, of course, yes, these underlying things as well.
Yeah, it's not just it's not heavily focused on, but you can apply all that to RWS. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's more of a choice. With the Thoth, I think they're actually on the cards, right? Yeah, I think we have actual things on the cards, so So unless you have an RWS that focuses specifically on the astrology, I
Mhm.
don't think the traditional has the astrological on the cards. No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
I don't think so.
No,
I
I
think
don't
that
think
was
so
something that
either.
was sort of adapted over time, but
Yeah.
I also, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of nuance between all of them, so I could be mixing that stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, it sounds like we have some really fun stuff planned for 2026. So make sure you guys
Yes.
are subscribed. Again, I will shamelessly plug the Discord link. We talk about divination of all types. We also talk about witchcraft, planning, journals, books.
Books.
We have a little book club that we have been doing periodically throughout the year.
Yeah.
So yeah, join us over there. We're a quiet little community, but we have some really great folks over there, and we yeah, love to have you guys. Any last thoughts still?
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
Don't
Well,
forget to
if
like
you
the video.
yes, I was gonna say, make sure you like the video. If you're subscribed over on Sill's channel, subscribe to mine. If you're subscribed to my channel, subscribe over on Sill's. And
Yes.
we will see you guys in January. Have a happy and safe holiday.
Yes.
And just as a reminder, if you do this tarot tag, make sure you tag us in the video so we can come like, subscribe, and
Yes.
add your video to the playlist. All right. We will
Yes.
talk to you soon, guys. Bye.